Here we are on day 12, and I'm back out at my post, having just had a meeting with Paul Hickman, one of the secretary for McCain's efforts here in Arizona. So I feel as though we're inching our way towards McCain. He couldn't give us his assurance that any of my previous messages have made it to McCain, or that Mr. McCain has seen them, but he did assure us that he would see this meeting. And we even had the opportunity of having him see building number 7 come down. We went over to his computer. Our conference was in an office, a conference room just off his office, and he went to the computer. We had him watch building 7 come down, 3 different angles of it, and he took extensive notes of our discussion. We were in there for about 50 minutes, and we feel as though we're making progress here. But I'm beginning to feel, though, now we've got to move out beyond Arizona. I thank everybody around the world and in North America who've been helping push this into the limelight, but we've got to take it beyond Arizona and make sure that the world is aware and that everybody in Washington is aware of this hunger strike. We have no hope if they can keep us behind closed doors, if they can keep us quiet. This has got to stop. This is why I'm hungry for truth, because I think you are hungry for truth too. And even though I may be hungry physically, I know you are hungry emotionally and spiritually and mentally, because as I've said all along, and as everybody knows from right at the beginning, 9/11 is the base of the wars we're fighting. This is not about history. This is about our soldiers still dying in Iraq and Afghanistan. And God, as I said in the meeting, don't get me crying about what the poor Iraqi people and what the poor Afghanistani people are going through. So we've got to do this for our fellow Americans and for other citizens. I think we have to see ourselves as citizens of the world here. We're not isolated, and keeping us ignorant about what's going on around the world is just atrocious, and it's strangling us. And just consider the silence around the numbers of dead Iraqis. What is that doing to the image of Americans around the world and of this great country? Now, I love my country, and I consider myself a very patriotic American. But I'll be honest with you, and I'm ashamed to admit this, I haven't flown my flag out in front of my home since we entered this war, the Iraq War. At first, I was okay with the Afghanistan war because at first I believed the story, but well, I guess we need to go to Afghanistan because of September the 11th. But when we went into Iraq on March 19th, 2003, I took my flag down from out the front of my house, and I will not fly it again. And it kills me to do that because I love that flag out there. But I will not fly it until this effort has succeeded, or you, the 911 Truth Movement, has succeeded in pushing this and forcing this into the public's consciousness. Now I think we've got limited time here, folks. I do not want this current administration to recede into private life and to effectively get away with the crimes they've committed. So I'm begging everybody, please call your local media, call international media. Enough calling Arizona media. We've called Arizona media. We've got to push beyond that now. So thank you everybody for standing with me, and I just really look forward to sitting down and having a Harvey's burger one day soon, but I'm a little ways away from that yet. So thank you everyone for standing with hungryfortruth.com with the number 4, right? I hope everybody knows that by now who's been following the story. But thank you for standing with us, and remember, always ask questions, demand answers, and if I could just say one last thing, don't be afraid. We've got nothing to be afraid of. Yes, it seems very ominous fight ahead of us, but look, we got through Watergate, and even if we find ourselves in a constitutional crisis today over this, meaning one of the branches of government that our Constitution has elaborated as being the basis of democracy, even if one of them has been thrown into a crisis because there have been crimes, we can get Congress its proper power again with proper civilian oversight, citizen oversight. We can manage this problem. And I believe, and I know many disagree with me over just the character of Mr. McCain or just what he's capable of, but be careful. Don't underestimate him. I believe he is a man of integrity and a maverick, and I think if we give him a chance, he would rather have us put him into power, and I believe if he confronts this head on, he will be put into power. Otherwise, if he's on the wrong side of this, then those elite forces, those corporate and business forces will put him into power, and then we're just going to have more of the same. Now, please, just keep fighting with me, guys. It's day 12. I'm feeling relatively okay. I bottomed out at 130 pounds, but I was just bordering on dipping below that, so don't make me go too long, guys. But I'm in this for the long haul, and I'm willing to push this to the limit, whatever that might be. I mean, of course I don't want to die. That's not the point of this effort, but I am willing to go the distance. So I really need you guys to go for it with me. And let's get this 9/11 myth, this 9/11 lie exposed to everybody. Thanks, folks.